If you're dealing with a restraining order, which usually takes place in family courts, you should know that there are different types, but at the same time, pretty specific rules on how these restraining orders proceed. The most common type that you usually run into in a custody case or a divorce case is a domestic violence restraining order. You have to have a certain relationship with the person that you're filing a restraining order against to file that type, but they come up a lot in these sorts of cases and they can have a significant impact, especially if you have children under 18 at issue in your case. Now, every restraining order, whether it's domestic violence or some other type, has to be served on the other side in person and always goes to some sort of hearing where you have the opportunity to testify, call witnesses, and you can even call the other side to the stand and ask them questions about their claims. Now, depending on the type of restraining order you're dealing with, there are different rules. Some are slightly easier to obtain and some are slightly more difficult. But regardless, whenever a restraining order is brought against you, or if you're filing a restraining order against somebody else, you want to have your evidence ready to go for your first or potentially second court date, and you should know that these restraining orders can often get continued. That means the first court date that you have for your restraining order might get pushed back for a couple of different reasons. Not always, but sometimes. In either case, whenever you're dealing with a restraining order, whether you're filing one or defending against one that somebody filed against you, we strongly recommend you take it seriously given the impact it can have on somebody's life long term.